necessary for us and it's necessary for you. And many appreciation and gratitude goes to Bruce Funding for sponsoring this. You know, it is not so common with so many pro firm out there. So this is a pro firm that is just emerging up and doing so much, climbing and already at the top. And so applause and appreciation goes to Bruce Funding for such innovations and doing so much for the community at large, doing so much for the community at large. So yes, I think my voice is clear and you can also see my screen. So let's head straight to the chart. Okay, so let's head straight to the chart. So yes, I was already talking about Euro USD and I said Euro USD has been on a bearish run rather. Sorry about that. Has been on a bearish run and we've seen it dive down to the downside. And of course, after coming to the down base here, we saw how we reacted for a retracement. For every impulse movement, there is a retracement. For every impulse movement, there is a need for a retracement or a consolidation. And so in this scenario, what we have is is the retracement and not a consolidation. And from the swing top here to the swing low, you can see that it was boxed around the 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area, and it's be able to give a rejection and a reversal to the downside. So that's that on the monthly. I'll just be talking about Euro USD. I'll be talking about Euro USD, AUD USD, and either S&P 500 or US30. Okay, so I really want to be concise with it because I know our time has been taken already, but I still want to give out this information at least for the next 15 to 20 minutes. So this is that for Euro USD. You can see that it's been on a bearish run. It's been able to retrace back into the 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area, and not just coming back into the area. It was able to give numbers of candles within the box, and at the end, it was able to give a rejection and a engulfing candle to the downside. So all road, all strategies, all signal, everything is pointing down to the downside on Euro USD. So let's go to the monthly to see things better. So on the monthly too, while it was within the 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area, we are able to see that a pattern was created. Don't forget that we saw rejection and we saw engulfing candle down to the downside on the monthly, yes. But on the weekly, a pattern was created, yes. Okay, a pattern was created. And this issue is coming up again. I don't know why this is happening to me. Okay, so okay, it's able to come up. So yeah, this is what it is on the weekly, and you see that a pattern was created here on the weekly. Let me check if we are still quite good. Okay, yes, we are still good. Okay. So yes, a pattern was created, and yes, this is it on the weekly. And like I also said the other time, we were able to see that I'm trying to draw the neckline for the pattern. This is the basic neckline for the pattern, but I'm trying not to allow or put so many lines, so that it will not just be confusing. So this is the line. This is what we can call the neckline to this pattern. And on the trend line zone too, we can also call this trend line we can call it a neckline to this end pattern that I was on. So what I'm saying that the overall bias on Euro USD is a sell, and of course the overall bias we are trying to be careful because it has hit a major like I said, it has hit a major zone. It's supposed, and I said for every time the market or the price is pushing into a major support or a major resistance zone, you have to be careful because there's a tendency that there is going to be manipulation around the zone. There is 100% tendency that there is going to be manipulation around the zone. So what do we do presently on Euro USD? Number one is that yes, you should wait for it to come and clear. Now I think we have to go to the daily. Okay, so you should wait for it to come clear. You should wait for it. That's the first. I'm going to talk about like 2 or 3 ways you can actually get the best from Euro USD. So you should wait for it to clear this line to the downside. Yes, if you see candles form within this line to the downside, you would then be sure that it's not going to the upside for a retest on the trend line. It just wants to come straight, probably consolidating here for some time, and just want to come straight and break to the downside. So if you see candles form, if you see, okay, we are the daily. If you see a very bearish full daily candle close below this, and you can use 2 4-hour candle close if you don't want to use daily. If you see 2 4-hour candle close below this, or a daily candle close below this, yes, you can get into the market, and you know where to sell to. Don't forget that the overall place where we say you should sell to, we saw it on the monthly, and when the way you trade Fibonacci is that when it comes from the swing low to the swing high, or from the swing high to the swing low, whichever is the case, but the one which is the case now is that from the swing high to the swing low. So when it comes in that and also goes back into a Fibonacci area, if we see the price being triggered, that is rejecting and engulfing either to the upside or to the downside, if we see it's being confirmed, then it means that it's selling back or it's buying back. But in this case, it means it's selling back to the 100% retracement first. So it means it's still selling. Euro USD is going to be selling for as nothing as less as, let's check the numbers of pips. Just please to bear with me. I know that I really can't figure why this is happening, but I'm going to do this. We are going to get it, and it's going to happen. Okay, we're going to do it. We are going to get it, and it's going to happen. Okay. Okay. It's connected, and no. Okay, people are still here. Okay. The reason why this is taking time and happening, I don't know. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so like I said, the overall plan and the overall place we are hoping for, is at the parity level, which is around 0.97 to 0.96 area, and that is nothing less than, okay, if I am not mistaken, that is nothing less than 5,000 pips. Okay, it's up to 5,000. Sorry, my bad. Okay, that's nothing less than 3,000. Yes, 3,000 pips. That is nothing less than. Oh, sorry, please. I hope I'm correct with this. 0.05. 05. Oh, sorry, please. I am so sorry. From 0.05 to 0.04, that's 1,000. From 0.04 to 0.01. What I'm just saying basically is that, yes, it's selling for nothing less than 5,000 pips. Yes. Yes, this is it. Okay, yes, so that's it. So I'm just saying basically that it should come down to the 0.96 to 0.97 area. So coming back to how do we get into the market, and how can we also take full potentials of what is probably going to happen? How do we place it as the base of the bottom to see if it breaks it down to the downside, either by 2 4-hour candle close or a daily candle close to the downside, then we can get into the market. And the other way to also get into the market is if we see if we see a push to the I'm trying for us to be careful, because for every reason to get into the market, there must also be a contingency plan. So when you are seeing every reason to get into the market, you also have to tell yourself that what are the reasons of not getting into the market. So you are sure that, yes, this is what it is, and I really want to get into the market, but you have to ask yourself the second question is that, what are the contingencies? What are the reasons for me not to also get into this market? I'm not going to lie to you people that this is really quite okay. This issue is really not getting the best of me. So like I said, this is the trend line that is serving as a water and also looking like a counter trend line. So if it does not come to clear this place to the downside from here, then we might still expect that it pushes up to come and give us a proper. Now there is no concrete speculation, except that we are very sure that the overall bias on Euro USD is to what? Is to sell. There is no concrete speculation as it is that, because as it is, I am not going to lie to you, there's a whole lot of news this week. FOMC is tomorrow, NFP is also this week. So there is there is all need to be what? To be careful with the market. There is all need to be what? To be careful with the market. So as it is, you can either expect a push up, a news can just come and you see fly. So now don't be too confident and say, yeah, it's going to say, and let it just keep saying. So it might come to push up to this side, yes, which will be like a touch on the retest of the what? Of the neckline, of course, the trend line neckline. And of course, it might also, like I said, it's serving as a counter trend line and also serving as a what? As a neckline. But whichever is the case, we expect that it might come and give us a touch on this neckline, okay, which will serve as a retest. And if it does not, if it chooses to consolidate around this area, which is doing presently, and break, because like I said, it is around a major support area, and manipulation tends to happen. You might just want to deceive buyers and induce sellers. So be careful. Don't be among the people that is going to deceive. Don't feel like it wants to buy and you went to buy it and it's deceiving you. And don't also be part of the sellers. You are too fast to sell, and the next thing you are seeing that you are taken out of the market. And being taken out can lead to so many things. At times it makes you lose your account. At times it makes you lose your funded account, and you can imagine the stress you pass through to get funded. And the next thing you are saying, because you just really feel like you want to maximize it to, there are sometimes you are sure that yes, this market should sell, and because you feel like you just want to maximize the nitty-gritty of that market, you want to get the iota pips to the smallest of pips. You just want to make sure that you maximize the full, and before you know it, you are not even waiting for confluence to get to market, and it's taking you out. So don't be part of those that it's going to take out. So please wait for further confirmation, either a retest here, you see it confirm and push to the downside, or it comes to clear this area and it's going to give us a clear one that yes, this also is what is happening. Okay, so that's that on that on Euro USD. I hope I have been able to give a proper education of what's happening. First, I said that it is at a major support area and you should be careful with your projection. Then secondly, I said the overall bias on Euro USD is that it is a sell, and we have seen that on the monthly time frame, it was able to sell from the swing high to the swing low, and it came back into the 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area, and we saw how we rejected and engulfed to the downside. So what we are expecting is still a downward movement, but as it is, we also saw a pattern that was created on the weekly, and on the pattern we were able to draw the trend line, which is serving as a counter trend line, also serving as a neckline. So, and for, like I also said earlier, for every pattern being created, we expect that it will be tested. For every successful pattern created, we expect that there should be a retest on the neckline before it further pushes to the downside or the upside, in whatever is the case. But in this case now, we expect that it comes to touch the trend line as a retest and pushes to the downside. So that is that and that for Euro USD. Okay, so next we're talking about AUD USD. Okay, AUD USD. I'll also try to give proper justice to AUD USD too. Okay. It's going to come up. Please just bear with me. So AUD USD too. I'm just going to keep using my voice until this comes up. So yes, for a while I think AUD USD is the most dominant, or the most common. Let me say dominant. The most common and the most regular. Okay, yes, the most common and the most regular currency that we've most times spoken about. So AUD USD, and it's no doubt that AUD USD overall bias is a sell, and we've seen rather how it's been able to sell for a number of months back away, and how it was able to fall into a range, and we saw the bigger range, and how it went outside the range, how we came back. It was just going back and forth, and finally broke down the base of the range and break to the downside. And again, we saw how after breaking the base of the range to keep selling, we saw how we fall again into another smaller range. So another smaller, and for a while now we've been seeing the market just trending and pricing around the smaller range. We've been seeing the market around the smaller range. And yes, this is AUD for you. Okay, please just stay patient with me as it's going to come up soon. But okay, yes. So as I was speaking about, so by the grazing of lower low and lower high, you can see that this market has been sloping down. Okay, yes, has been sloping down, and this was the major range I was talking about. Look how it was coming back and forth, 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 back and forth. Selling today, buying tomorrow, selling today, buying tomorrow. And when finally going to break down this place, so I came in again and started doing another smaller range. We begin to see a back and forth, a back and forth, a back and forth. And so far, so good. AUD has been very funny, but as funny it is also, it's been respecting our what? It's been respecting our zone. Look at the levels we've drawn. I don't adjust these levels. Look at the levels we've drawn, and it's just respecting them. It came to the downside, so it broke down to the downside, and we've seen it also still come, trying to push to the upside. Is it buying? Is it selling? Is it buying? Is it selling? And I've told us that we don't need to be taken away by what is happening. It's just because it was in a range, and it might just take time for the market to just break all down and just keep selling. The market can be very dramatic even when it is all pointing to the upside or the downside. So there are times that you can see and fully for sure that this market should sell or this market should buy. Okay, and you've been acting and waiting for it for as long as possible, but still the market chooses to what? It just chooses to be dramatic. It just chooses to be like, okay, yes, I'm still not ready when I'm ready. And of course, it's not like the market's going to tell you when it's ready. Okay, so but all you just have to do is to see, speculate, and be patient. And I've seen people say that one of the easiest things to do is to click on the buy or the sell. That is one of the easiest things to do. But the hardest thing to do is to be patient. And of course, it is only your patience that will get you withdraw. So when you are not patient, you lose it all. So if it's to buy or if it's to sell, almost even someone that cannot trade would either buy or sell. Okay, I think the market is going up. Some of the funny videos we saw while we were coming to get into the market is when you see the market going to the upside, just press buy. When you see the market coming to the downside, just press sell. Until we know that Forex is bigger than just pressing buy or pressing sell. So what I'm just saying basically is that AUD-USD, don't be taken away by all this drama. It is still in a downtrend, and it has just broke for this range, and of course it's even still respecting, it's still respecting the levels. You can see how it came again to push to the level. It came again to give another retest, and this is it. Let me show us how it's running on the 4 hours. So like I said, don't be taken away. This market is still selling, and you know where our overall target is. Okay. And before I speak about the overall target, how do you get into the market? Number one way you can get into the market is a pattern was created here. Okay, it's looking like this is a retest on the pattern. Yes, this is a retest. But what I'll just say on AUD-USD, please be careful. Be careful on this guy. Be careful. These guys are selling, especially AUD-USD rather. This guy is selling. And it's a lot of drama is going to be in the market. I'm repeating it. Please stay safe this week. A lot of drama is going to be happening. And don't be scared of fundamentals. Staying safe does not mean you should be scared of fundamentals. Don't forget, I've always said it here that fundamentals news, they are just catalysts to technical analysis. So when you get your technicals right, you are going to see that fundamentals are going to be like a push. But at times, if you don't really get it right, just see that fundamentals coming, it's taking you out before, and you get in, it's like, oh, it's gone past, I can't even get in again and all. So what I'm trying to do now is that information is for you to know that AUD-USD is on its sell, all fine and all clear. AUD-USD is its sell. Okay, AUD-USD on its sell, and the overall target, okay, the first level target should be around 0.618 area, and the overall target should be around 0.600 area, and that is nothing less than 300 pips away. That's nothing less than 300 pips. Oh, I was making a mistake then. Okay, I think I get it now. That's nothing less than 300 pips away. Okay, that's nothing less than 300 pips away. And on the daily, yeah, I think I've been able to show us how we've been able to break forward from the bigger range. And I think I was showing us the last time how we've been comparing the bigger range to the smaller range. How we've been comparing the bigger range to the smaller range. And if you look at the bigger range, you see that there is almost like a duplicate of what is happening in this bigger range to the smaller range, except that presently what is happening now did not happen in the bigger range. But still, we see that we had a double retest on the bigger range before it finally broke to the downside. And now, how many retests are we having on this smaller range? We've had the retest 1, and we have retest 2, and even engulfed to the downside. So retest 3 is happening presently on the smaller range. So what do? You wait for the daily candle to engulf this green candle to the downside. You either wait for this daily candle to engulf this green candle to the downside. And if you really, really want to be conservative and not pressure yourself, you could wait for it to also break the base of this one. You could wait for it to break the base of this, the break of this base here. You could just wait for it to do that. But the best way to get into the market is this candle. If it doesn't engulf it to the downside, if it doesn't engulf it to the downside. But let's go to the 4 hours to also see how we can even better maximize it so that we don't just waste these numbers of pips away. Okay, let's see on the 4 hours how we can get to maximize it. So you see that on the 4 hours, let's see. Okay, wow, this is beautiful. Wow, this is beautiful. So on the 4 hour, it's even looking like a third touch. Yes, so on the 4 hours, it's looking like a third touch. Okay, wow, this is so beautiful. So already on the 4 hours, it's all looking so good. Except that for the fact that this green candle just nullified what this red candle did. So as long as it's not forming above this trend line here and above this support base that is there, so it's still all pointing to the downside. What I would just advise you to do is that be careful. The red candle that formed before the red candle that preceded the candle forming now did not engulf the green candle to the downside. So if this candle forming engulfs to the downside, then I think it's all fine and good. Okay, it's all fine and good to get into the market, because even the market, the price, the candles forming presently here is looking like a candle that's looking like a retest to the inner circle of this one. If you look in clearly here, you see that there was a pattern that was created. For every retest that is happening since it has broke forward from this downside, yeah, for every retest that has happened, this is retest 1, this is retest 2, this is retest 3. For every retest that has been happening, there has been a little pattern that has been created. So look at the pattern 1 that was created, it broke to the downside. Pattern 2 was created. Pattern 2 looked like it wanted to come and do a retest. Pattern 2 was created, it broke to the downside. Now it's looking like pattern 3 is also created. This is a push to the first side and a push to the second. So it's looking like pattern 3 and also retesting the inner circle of this pattern. So whatever it is, what will just be fine is to see it break to the is to see it engulf to the downside, or we see a break. Okay, I think we can also use our counter trend line now, or we see a break of this counter trend line to the downside. Okay, or we see a break of this counter trend line to the downside. So this is it on on AUD USD. Don't forget that the overall bias on the AUD USD is to sell, and we have nothing less than 300 to 400 pips away to catch to the overall TP. Don't be taken away by it. Don't feel like, oh, this market wants to buy. It's been pushing from here. It was selling and it's just pushing. See, AUD USD is selling. Take it from me. It is selling. Okay. As long as look at all the dramas it has been causing. It's still trading and trading below below the base here. And look at it on the 4 hours. I just do this now on the 4 hours. It's been able to give touch 1, see second, although this did not even touch the trend line, and it was able to do touch 2, push to the downside, and it came to give the third touch on on AUD. And don't forget that the third touch on the trend line is the most important, is the most very beautiful movement, is the most impulsive movement in the touch of trend line. So don't joke with the third touch. on any trend line. And so this is giving us a third touch on the trend line, and it's all pointing to the downside. So this is it on Euro USD. I hope I'll be able to make myself clear on Euro USD and USD, clarifying it and expounding it properly, that you can just get well informed about it. So last I'm talking about will be X&P 500 or US 30. That one, but I'm talking about, I think I'll be talking about X&P 500. Oh God. Okay. I'm trying that I'll be able to fix whatever is the issue after this meeting, because I need to be at my best and also give you guys the best. You guys deserve the best. I don't know why this is happening, and I can't even beat it, but whatever it is, I really do appreciate you for staying around, and it does show that you do value us here, and you do value this information. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so this is X&P 500. We're able to talk about Euro USD, USD, S&P 500. Maybe I can also talk about Hull too. Okay, maybe I can also talk about Hull too. So X&P 500, please. So many things are happening in the market, and there are times that you are sure that this is what the market is doing, but the market will make you feel like you are still not sure. Who told you I'm doing this? You are still not sure. So all the market was going to do is for you to change your bias. Then before you get to know that on changing your bias you have changed to is still wrong. Okay, so this look like, yes, we had our trend line here and look like, oh, what's happening? It was supposed to buy and it's broken into the downside. Now, let me show us the reason why I still believe that X&P 500 is still on a bullish run. Okay, look at the monthly candle. It's going to load up now. Look at the monthly candle. It's been moving from zone to zone. Don't forget that we have our zones map out. It's been moving from zone to zone. And look at the deepest DPM. Look how it started creating higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high is equal high, lower low, higher highs, higher highs, not equal low, higher highs, higher low, and now we are having a lower high here, and it's not, of course, if it had actually come into this place, now I would have said it is reacting as what, as it has created a hem pattern, but this is not a hem pattern. This is not a double top yet. I would not confirm this as a double top. So far so good. I still have I'm still 100% biased that X&P 500 is still on a bullish run. It's just coming to get some rest. Look at how it has been able to push from where, from 3544 to what, to 4599. Look at how it has been able to push on what, on buying. So now I feel like it's just taking rest. And if you look at it from here, from the swing low to the swing line to the swing high here. Okay. Financial not coming up. I don't know why. Please hold on, guys. Oh, I want to appreciate these guys. Get assisting you. Awesome. Mr. Leo. Okay, please, if you can see me, it's been a long one today. It's been a long one today. You can see me and see my screen, man. Please let me know. Man. I'm rounding up now. You guys have tried. Wow, it's over almost an hour and 30 minutes. We've had issues and you've still been here. This is just so beautiful. I'm going to get to be done as soon as possible. Mr. Leo, are you there? Mr. Leo, are you there? Okay. No, I'm going to come back to the message and still appreciate everyone. So yes, this is from the swing low to the swing high, and let me try to delete this so that you can get what I'm saying properly. So yes, from the swing low to the swing high on the Fibonacci, and you will see that, was it this? You will see that yes, so far so good. There are still possibility that it might push to the downside, but yes, it's been creating higher highs and higher lows, and we are very sure that the zone to zone movement is still intact, and we really still feel like, okay, it should still, okay, I'm trying to show us what is happening on the world on the bigger time frame. Yeah, it's still looking like a buy. Yeah, it's still looking like a buy, but it's looking like it might have more to play to the downside. Okay, you know, I have little more to play to the downside. I I let's go to the weekly to get something better. Okay, let's go to the weekly to get something better. Okay. Okay, guys, what I'm just saying basically is that you have to be careful on the S&P 500. It's buying. Don't get into the sell, please. Don't get into the sell. This guy can buy anytime from now. Okay, okay. And look, okay, let's look at it like this. This is the weekly chart. Look at it from this base here is where we had the impulse movement. You will see that from here it was moving from zone. It came from the top to the next zone here. It tried breaking into downside, didn't get to do that. It pushed to the upside, but broke down to the downside and get to retest back. And after retesting back, it pushed down to what to the lower base. And after putting down to the lowest base, we saw that a pattern was created. It's like a big W pattern that was created. And it took time. You know, it went for the first time, you know, a high was created, it came back as a higher low, came the push up to the second time, came as a higher. And from here, we had the impulse movement right from here, push to the upside. So if you are taking it from this swing low to this swing high, you see that presently it's at the 50 to the 61 Fibonacci area. So what I would just advise you to do is that now watch out on the daily. We are going to draw out something here. Please pay attention. Okay, let me just use this guy. This is 60 Fibonacci area. I'm just going to use this guy. We're just going to use this guy. Okay. So watch out for reactions around where it is present. So on the daily, if it does give us a pattern like a W pattern or whatever it does, I'm just saying that pay attention to what is going to happen at S&P 500 at where it is presently. So if you see a pattern and more of like a pattern to the upside, please don't hesitate and get into the buy. And if you do not see and push it down to the downside and break this base, it means you still be careful. You still have just probably little time to itself. Just gather more liquidity and come back to the big, Fibonacci area. But don't forget that the overall bias on what S&P 500 is to what is to buy. Okay, is to buy. This is taking time, but I'm just going to stay tuned. I know it was quite messy today, and it's really wow, Mr. Leo. This man is so awesome. Okay, thank you. I just got your message now. It's been really a roller coaster today, and I promise that if you need us to have this next one on Discord to just get, I don't know if this is Telegram, I don't know what the issue is. It's connected to my network, it's modifying, and I don't really know what it is to be the issue. But everything that could be, I'm giving you my word that I'm trying to, check it out, fix it, and make sure that it comes out great. Before we had it here on Telegram, I could remember numbers of times we had some issues on Discord before we push it back to Telegram. And Telegram even had to ban my second line I was using before I started to use this one. So I don't know what the issue is, but we are going to be fine, definitely. So what I'm just saying basically with S&P 500 is that S&P 500 is on a bullish run, and look at the reaction that is happening present on the day. If you see a pattern form and it pushes the downside, please don't hesitate to get into the buy. But if it does not form, if it does not create and form, if it's not looking solid, you know how a pattern should be now. It has to form, it has to engulf. It has to form, it has to engulf. If it's not doing that, then just look out away from what? From S&P 500. So I think that's that for today. And I promise that by next week, by God's grace, we'll be diving into even this, right? Please, we'll try to look into the ones that we didn't get to look in today, and we'll also be talking about gold. We'll be talking about NZUS. We're talking about oil. What's happening on oil? How the news affecting oil. What's the outlook on oil? It's almost the end of the year. How can we even get more benefit from this? So we'll be looking into that, and I promise you that whatever glitches that have been coming on recently would have been sorted, and we'll be having even a more seamless a more seamless, live analysis next week. So apologies for all the glitches that happened today. I know we've been here for nothing less than an hour or 30 minutes, and it's just beautiful that to have some of you who stood by, and you are just proving, you're just proving people that yes, we don't mind if it's fine. When it's fine and when it's not fine, we are staying because yes, it is informative, it is educating, and it's just a proof to that, a testament to what we are doing here, how much you trust. And for this, I cannot appreciate you less. Thank you so much for joining. I think I just have to go back and give a shout out now. Thank you so much for staying true. Mr. Austin, you are so wonderful. Your support has been so amazing. Mr. Agule FX, you've also stayed true to the end. Thank you so much for staying true. I can imagine what you could have done with numbers of things, other things you could have done, but you chose to stay true. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Mr. Leo too. You've been so beautiful. You gave comments. You were just there whole through, and I really appreciate us. I do really appreciate us. Thank you so much for joining. I promise that whatever has caused the glitches will be addressed, and we promise to give even a more seamless live analysis next week. To an appreciation to Bruzo Funding. This firm is so wonderful. I want to say thank you so much, and all the traders, on behalf of all the traders here, say thank you to BRL for this amazing opportunity and for this educative, innovation, and it promises to keep getting better. And we hope with this information, traders will get to maximize it, use for themselves and even in their funding account. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Don't forget, we meet here again next time, next place. Same time, same place, next time, next place, next week. And I hope to even see you doing forward and to see you that you're joining in time. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week.